All right, good morning everyone. Thank you so much for being here live and over the live stream, or also I'm recording it for my YouTube. So you can watch all past lectures and the future lectures on my YouTube. My name is Eve Seiler and I'm a PhD in bioorganic chemistry, but I love food and I think this is just so important to eat perfectly healthy for your body. Like, no much science needed for that, really. You have to go back to the very, very simple things. So now I'm certified as a raw vegan coach very soon. And yeah, so I love helping people to regain their health and be their optimal self, if you want to. So if you want to know more information, then you can also have an email list here. You can send me you can write your email here, and then I'll send you my raw vegan lifestyle guide. And yeah, if you're interested in more information, but today we're going to make food, which is just really important. I mean, you can ask me anything about the science of it if you want to, but it's really, really simple. You just have to eat good food. So it's not much to it. So today I was thinking we are going to make noodles with marinara sauce. So we have all the ingredients here. I also have some ingredients for a little dessert. So it's all here, really. No packages. What I did is not like super optimal raw. It's like I dried tomatoes. I mean, usually you want to have a lot of fresh foods. It's like raw vegan doesn't mean that you have to have a dehydrator and you have to dehydrate foods. But I love the dehydrator to preserve food and to make my own dried tomatoes, which is great because dried tomatoes, if they're truly raw and they don't have any oil or any salt, they're very expensive. So if you go to the farmer's market in season when there's like so much tomatoes and they're perfect quality, just get a whole box, have a dehydrator, and then make your own dehydrated tomatoes.
How long do they last?
They last pretty long. So I usually, well, every food has some amount of fat, and even though it doesn't have the water in it, the fat can get rancid. So even if you dry it and you remove the water, it's not going to spoil or it will get moldy, but the fat can get rancid. So I like to keep all my dehydrated foods in the freezer or in the fridge as much as possible, and then they last forever. Really, they should last forever. I don't know, at least your lifetime. Exactly. But they usually don't last that long. Usually with just one season until you get new tomatoes. And I also dried some bell peppers in the dehydrator here. They have a really nice dehydrator. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So the noodles we are going to make either out of zucchini or cucumbers or carrots. And then the sauce, it's going to be a very simple marinara sauce out of tomatoes, dried tomatoes, dates, and then herbs. And that's pretty much it. And a little bit sweetness maybe with dates. But yeah, just let's start. To make the noodles, we need a spiralizer. I had to bring my own spiralizer here because they don't have one, but you can tell them we really want zucchini noodles, so you should have one. Well, they do have zucchini noodles. Like in short, I would call them Spätzle. Like I'm from Germany and we have like little noodles they're called Spätzle. So you could imagine that those are Spätzle, the little zucchini strips. So they do make Spätzle here. Okay, so we need a spiralizer, and you can get any spiralizer really will work. There's different kinds. Some are very, very simple, just one hand tool, and some are a little bit bigger, like plastic. This I like this. It's all stainless steel. It's very simple. It doesn't have a lot of different kind of how do you say that? These knives or the cutters. So there's like more fancy ones that make really, really angel hair noodles, which is really, really tasty. So the thinner the noodles are, the more softer they get and the more noodle-like it will get. And I mean, zucchini doesn't have a lot of flavor anyway, and noodles don't have a lot of flavor. So who would eat noodles just by themselves without the sauce? So it's all lays in the sauce. The flavor is really in the sauce. But I would say zucchini have even more flavor than the regular wheat noodles. So I'm sure you will like this much better. So I don't really, you can peel them if you want it more noodle-like, or the color it bothers, maybe the green color bothers you, but you don't have to peel it. I would peel the cucumber if the peel is very tough. Like this peel is kind of really tough. Maybe I would peel it, but it's not toxic to eat the peel. So you can use your spiralizer for this now. Just have to cut it in the right size. And if you can see it. But it's like really simple. I mean, how long does it take to cook noodles? And then how long does it take to just spiralize some healthy zucchini noodles that are so much more healthy for you, like more minerals, more vitamins, more enzymes, more fiber. Yeah. Who's eating? Oh, someone is double.
I eat double.
Okay, good. You can eat actually more than double because you eat for everyone else, right?
I can only eat raw today, so this is perfect.
Oh, good. And actually, I was thinking I'm gonna make this with nuts and seeds today, but actually the noodles will be completely seed and nut free. And even no garlic, well, the onions maybe I will use the shallots. So this will be really a food that's appropriate for a cleanse almost. And let's just spiralize another one since we have hungry people here. So yeah, I always asked who's water fasting, but then I couldn't count all these people. So now I'm actually asking who's eating. Well, yeah, that is great. It's like we are so fortunate that we have this knowledge here of non-invasive healing, which can cure pretty much, I would say, almost like 99% of the issues that people have. It's really that much. But yeah, so you're very fortunate. Most people are very resistant to to let their body heal themselves. So I use the spiralizer for this. But if you come home and you really want to eat the noodles right away, probably everyone has a potato peeler. Like this is just a cheap regular potato peeler. And I do like actually using the potato peeler for something like a carrot because it makes it more softer actually. So you just peel, well, this way. You just peel your carrot as if you would want to peel the carrot. And this makes really, really nice, soft, raw carrot noodles. If I would use the spiralizer, I could use the spiralizer. The spiralizer pretty much can spiralize all vegetable that just fits in here. But it makes it, since I don't have the angel hair attachment, if you have the angel hair attachment, maybe you can also make really nice carrot noodles, but those are a little bit thicker, so the noodles of the carrot will just be a little hard. I really like to use a potato peeler. And you can use the potato peeler for a zucchini too. It will take a little bit longer though. If you have any questions in between, that's fine too.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why raw?
Why raw? That's a good question. Well, you don't have to be raw. So this food here cures a lot of chronic diseases already. But some people, like myself, I'm really, really sensitive. And I would get still a few issues when I eat this cooked food. That's me personally. So I will have still some allergies. I might get more headaches sometimes here and there. So I have to be really, really careful with my diet. And I do believe that the raw is just the most optimal food. And that's why we have a lot of raw food here too. So you always have to eat some raw food. You can't eat completely raw, but you can't eat just cooked food. I think it's not going to be healthy for you. So I believe this food is the most optimal, and I also believe that some people have to eat the most optimal for their condition, or their makeup, or people are different. People have stronger, less stronger genes. It really depends on you. I think my genes are a little bit weaker, so I like to just keep it really optimal. But it will also change your genes, it will make you stronger. So does it answer the question? So this is just my view. You can ask someone else and they will say, no, blah, it's better to eat some cooked food because the nutrients are more better available. I just don't believe that.
So does eating raw mean everything you eat is cold? You never have anything warm? Is that
Technically, yes.
That would be hard, I think.
But not practically. You could warm it up a little bit to body temperature, just a little bit, not cooking. So, but over the years, I thought I had to have a cooked meal, like a warm meal, once a day at least. I was like that too. It's just you're used to it. If you're not used to it anymore, and it takes about maybe 2 weeks, 4 weeks to not get used to something, or to change your habits, and then I really don't miss any hot food.
You could have warm liquids though, like tea or hot water.
Yeah,
or
sure.
hot
I mean, it's you can eat everything. You can also be just 80% raw. That's really up to you. There's no certification or a medal for being 100% raw. But you really decide how far you want to be raw, and if tea is fine, and I drink sometimes tea, I don't have any problems with that. But yeah, you really decide on your own.
I just think I would miss hot soups because I love soup. But I
Yeah.
used to drink
Well,
cold soup.
I love soups in the blender with like pumpkin with orange juice, and then you just blend it. You can also blend it to warm it up a little bit,
And that'll warm it up in the vitamins.
just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
How do you get your starches on raw?
Starches?
Yeah.
I don't eat a lot of starches.
Okay.
Are you referring to
Potatoes.
Like
Dr.
potatoes,
Google?
beans,
McDougall diet, maybe?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I do not really agree with that, because starches are metabolized just as sugars in your body, and cooked starches have less of the fiber. So like a cooked potato has a higher glycemic index than a banana, or it's like the banana has more fiber, the sweet fruits have more fiber, more intact fiber, so the sugar gets metabolized a little bit slower, or absorbed slower in the body. And starches are pretty much sugar. The body just breaks it down into sugar. So I don't see. So instead of starches, instead of potatoes, rice, pasta, I will eat sweet fruits mostly. That is really important, because otherwise you have to get your calories from something. So if you don't get it from carbohydrates, you get it from protein or fat, which is like too much fat in the diet is like slowing your blood flow and makes your digestion slower. So it's not really optimal. And then, of course, it also makes you gain weight, maybe, but on the raw diet, I don't think you can gain a lot of weight on the raw diet, like as you can tell.
Do you eat raw potatoes? Do you eat raw potatoes ever?
Well, let me get to this after
Okay.
I finish my train of thought here. I lost it.
I'm sorry.
No worries. What did I just say? Oh, the sweet. Oh yeah, the fat. So you can get the calories from fat, but as I said, it slows down your digestion. Your blood flow gets thicker. So that's not really super optimal. Then protein is definitely not a good fuel source. It burns dirty, like because of the ammonia, the amine group and the protein and the amino acids. So you want to use the protein actually only for building the body structures, not for burning. And so many people eat so much protein, they pretty much burn everything, and they have the excess urea then they have to get rid of, so it's really not good. So I think carbohydrates are really, really good, the best fuel source. And this is either from starches or from sweet fruits. And it's not much difference. I think I would prefer the fruits which have antioxidants, vitamins, intact fiber. Yeah, so, and then now raw potatoes. There's one recipe I have with raw potatoes. It's a Russian recipe. You grate the raw potato, you rinse the starch off, and then you mix it with lemon juice, ginger, garlic, onions. And they say it repels parasites. Oh, no wonder, right? Yeah, it was actually fine. It didn't taste like any potato. If I want to make something that tastes like potato, I use cauliflower, and then make a cauliflower mash, like blended cauliflower. It kind of reminds me of potato. But yeah, I rarely eat raw potato. Like, I haven't eaten it in years, really. I don't like raw potato. Okay, so back to the food here. I just shaved this, the carrot, and it's really nice noodles, as you can see. So I'll have these, and then we have cucumber, and I don't like the peel of it. It's really, really tough. I mean, it's not toxic. You can eat it probably. Sometimes though they treat the cucumbers with oil or vegetable wax. I would definitely not eat this now. This doesn't seem like treated, to be honest.
Do you eat raw grains like overnight oats?
Oats, no. I mean, most oats are heat treated while they're harvested. There is a variety of oats that is holeless, that doesn't need the heat treatment while harvest. And I did sprout that, but I find it's kind of irritating. Maybe it has too much oxalates. Then recently, I actually tried wheat berries and I sprouted them. Of course, if you're very gluten sensitive, it might still have gluten even if you sprout it. But I did sprout it, and it tasted actually really good. And then occasionally also sprouted buckwheat. But there's times where I don't eat any grains, really. Like there's times where I only eat fruits a lot, salads a lot, some nuts and seeds, and that's pretty much it. Right now I'm sprouting buckwheat again, just like it changes with the season, I think. Also in the winter, maybe with the weather, it can be that I'm more in the mood of sprouted something or sprouted grainy stuff. But actually the wheat berries, they were pretty tasty, so.
But doesn't the microbiome need grains and other starchy things to be healthy?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think the microbiome mostly thrives on raw fiber, I think. So, and I wasn't having any problems. I'm like this since 8 years, actually. So.
8 years old?
No.
For 8 years.
For 8 years, yeah. Okay, so we have the cucumber. Should we can also use the potato peel actually for the cucumber.
How did you eat before?
Just like a regular person. Yeah, but it was really gradually with me because I had problems. I had a lot of problems with sweating or with allergies, and so food allergies too. I couldn't eat bell pepper. I couldn't eat that. Nuts, I couldn't eat nuts. So it was just.
Oh, you've come a long way.
Yeah, so I stopped eating dairy. That helped with the allergies. Then I mostly ate vegan. I thought I still need the vitamin B12 from the meat and the animal products. But then I was spending time on a farm, and I was learning about agriculture with animal husbandry. And then I learned that all the animals, even organic, even small scale, even like tiny scale, they all get artificial supplements. All of them get artificial B12 supplements. And I said, that doesn't make sense. So I'm eating the animal, and I could just take artificial supplements. I mean, I ate the animals to not eat the artificial supplements, but if they eat it, it doesn't make sense to eat animals. And then I also learned that how unnatural that is actually to keep animals like this. It's just so unnatural. I wanted to eat as natural as possible because I believe that the more natural you eat, the more healthier you are, because that's what nature intended to be. But I didn't really know what is natural. You know, I thought eating animals is natural, but then I learned that it is so unnatural to keep animals confined and feed them like junk food and weird stuff that they're not supposed to be eating, killing their babies, castrating them all. You know, this like it was just so. I didn't want to be involved in this anymore. And then I also killed myself a chicken. I killed a chicken because I ate meat, and I thought, well, if I eat meat, I should be able to kill a chicken. And then after this, it was over. It was over. It was like it was not appealing to me at all anymore.
You killed the chicken to eat it?
Yeah, but I didn't eat it after. I didn't eat no meat anymore after. Yeah, it was on the farm, and there just I mean, if you eat meat, someone's gotta kill the animals.
And you eat all the chicken, or just? Did you eat all the chicken, or?
She didn't eat it.
Oh, she didn't eat it? Okay.
Well, I ate chicken before.
Oh, okay.
Before I killed the chicken, so I was thinking if I eat chicken, I should be able to kill a chicken. So because that's natural, right? But then I realized it was not only very cruel, and I had to like completely cut off my emotions and my consciousness to it, so to make it professional and quick. But it was also disgusting, like the smell of it, the smell of the blood, the skin. I'm sorry. You're never gonna eat meat after this again. Yeah, the skin kind of smelled like this, I don't know. And then someone made chicken in the kitchen, and then I smelled exactly this, what I smelled when I killed it. You know, and no, couldn't do it anymore.
How often do you have to check for vitamin B12?
Huh?
How often do you have to check for vitamin B12?
I checked occasionally for B12. It was okay. I also don't have, well, the B12 value in the blood, it doesn't really tell you a lot. So you have to check for either homocysteine in the blood or methylmalonic acid in your urine. If that's elevated, then this could translate into an issue with B12. I don't have these issues, so. And I'm also not really worried if I don't have any symptoms, and I don't even take supplements, but I mean, I'm not against supplements. I know that a lot of people are proponents of B12 at least, but it's really your responsibility, you know? I mean, they also figured out that vitamin A is very toxic, like vitamin A supplements, so now there's maybe not much data about B12. I don't know, it's like really everyone needs to take their responsibility for it. And I think if I don't have any problems, and you can always check your blood, and then there's no reason to take supplement just to prevent nothing really. So I do shaved also the noodles. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, this is I'm talking too much here again. So those are 3 different kinds of noodles. Of course, you can also use the spiralizer for both the cucumber and the carrots, just to show you. Of course, it's a little bit more difficult because I only have the core here on the cucumber left almost, but it still gets it.
Show us the carrot.
Yeah, the carrot I'm going to show you too. So this is the cucumber, and then the carrot.
While you're doing that, may I ask a question?
Sure.
Is there any truth to that when food, vegetables are heated over 118, they lose their natural digestive enzymes?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there are some enzymes that are very heat stable, but usually they're only in extremophiles. like the microorganisms in the hot pools, they do have enzymes that are very heat stable. But the enzymes in the food, no, they're usually not heat stable. They will definitely be killed, or denatured, and then pretty much useless. But your stomach acid also will denature some of the enzymes, but it's not, if you eat something, it's not that it's mixed right away with your stomach acids. So it will sit at the top of your stomach for a while, and in that time, you the food that you ate and you mixed it with your saliva and saliva enzymes, and then of course if you break down a food, it will also release its own enzymes, and those enzymes are similar to your digestion enzymes, and they will break down itself. They will actually break down themselves. So while they sit on the top of your, like in the upper part of your stomach, not really mixed with your digestive juices and your acid, they will actually digest themselves in that time. So,
Thank you.
yeah. So it really, really helps with the digestion. Some people have problems digesting. Yeah, I like this spiralizer because in the middle it's just is a little thicker noodle. So this is the noodles for the spiralizer. I was going to tell something, but I forgot. It's like multitasking, it's not too easy. Okay, so we got our noodles ready. It took me 30 minutes almost, but it was a lot of talking too. So I think it will take me at home for like 10 minutes. Okay, let's do the sauce, and we use a high-speed blender. And tomatoes, bell peppers go in. Maybe, and then the dry tomatoes. We can use some thyme. Yeah, some thyme or a little bit more. Basil, well, they didn't have basil, but basil would be really good. Then I can also use some dates, medjool dates. This is really, really a staple as a raw vegan. I mean, honestly, I don't even have dates at home, but it's not necessary, but it will be helpful, especially if you're not used to this kind of diet. It's just a lot of calories. And yeah, on this diet, it's really important to eat a lot of calories.
Can you talk about, you mentioned how starch becomes sugar, and can you talk about why sweet fruits are okay, but starches are not? I know that fruits are generally both fructose and glucose, right? Where starches will convert all over. So fructose goes right to the liver, if I understand.
Yes.
Where glucose goes other places. But what's your take on that?
Well, it's like starches and simple sugars are pretty simple, only that the starches need some more enzymes to make the sugar, just to cut the starches. The starches are pretty much sugar molecules tied together, like long chains of sugar molecules. So it needs an enzyme to break this down. It's very similar, it's fine. I also eat starchy food sometimes, like carrots are more starchy, sweet potato I eat. But I'm just saying, because of the processing. Like if you cook the potato, the starchy food, it has less natural, well, it still has fiber, but it changes the chemistry. So, yeah, that makes a difference.
Okay.
And sometimes I believe that if you destroy some of the fiber, it just gives you
Okay. And you don't have to cook fruit.
yeah, you don't have to cook that. I would never do that, really.
Are those Roma tomatoes?
Those are Roma tomatoes, but you can pretty much use any tomatoes. I mean, I'm pretty much just using them because that's all they had there. Well, I do have actually cherry tomatoes. You can use cherry tomatoes too, actually. Well, maybe for something else. Yeah, so If you don't have dry tomatoes, so I added 1.5 tomato or so, and then a bell pepper, and I also add maybe, let's see, 1 date maybe. You can make it sweeter, like just go after your taste. If you like a sweeter tomato sauce, just use more dates. Then I use the dry tomatoes, probably like a cup or something, or a half cup.
How long does it take to dry tomatoes?
This I just dried overnight. Some I bet like 24 hours maybe, or longer a little bit, because this one is not really dried, so it has still some water. But if you just want to do a dish the next day, it's fine. They don't have to be completely dry. And then, well, it's just really, that's pretty much all. I mean, you can add chili, you can add garlic, whatever you want. Did I add already the thyme? No. Let's see. Okay, so we put the thyme in. We put a lot of thyme in, but not too much thyme. It doesn't take much time, but whatever. If you talk a lot, it will take a lot of time. Okay, and then you just mix it up, and it's like a really simple sauce. Tomatoes, just use more bell peppers. Just make a tomato sauce just with bell peppers and add dates to make it thicker. You can also use other dried fruits like apricots maybe, or mango to make it thicker. Avocado will make it thicker, but will also have more fat then. I'll keep it like really, really low fat today. So it's really, really simple sauce. You can add, as I said, like more herbs. You can add the scallions, for example, too. You can add garlic or basil is really good. But here I usually like really keep it very simple.
So is that still cold or did it heat up?
No, it's still cold. It's gonna be cold today. It's just even if you heat it up a little bit, you plate it, and then it's already cold anyway. Like for a soup, maybe it'll keep the warmth a little bit, but for this, probably not. I know you're freezing here because you're water fasting. You want warm food, but you really, really get used to it because the raw food, with all the water and the minerals and the fiber, it's really good for your circulation. And so you actually will feel less cold over time. But yeah, it needs some time to transition, that's for sure. Because yeah, I had the same feelings.
Are you 100% raw food?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, over the 8 years, I did try some cooked food here and then, but I just realized, no, it's not doing me well.
So you went from standard to raw, not being vegan in between?
Pretty much. I was almost vegan. I was almost like I was eating maybe twice a month. I was eating meat, no dairy. Yeah. And I was eating a lot of raw foods already. But then that with the farm was and then yeah. So it's time. Just be 100% vegan for sure. And then also I had a lot of migraines, and I was looking online and I found Marcus Rothbrand's actually, and he was talking about cleansing out and eating just raw, and it made a lot of sense to me. So I tried it out. I was water fasting then, and after that I was just eating raw, and I felt really great, and the food was good. It was filling, so I just stayed with it. So we have our sauce. It's really simple sauce. So if you put some basil in it, some onions, garlic, whatever you really like. But if you want to keep it very simple, you can also keep it very simple. Then I was thinking for like a little like ground vegetable meat. You could use walnuts, or I have almonds here, but maybe I'll just don't use anything like that. I just use just vegetables. So for the meat, because meat is always flavored with some kind of onions or garlic, so I'm gonna use the scallions. And I'm still using the blender here. You can use your food chopper for this too. And then parsley.
Could you tell us what you eat in a typical day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner at some
Yeah. So I do start my day really simple with just fruits and a lot of fruits. So I could eat like a little melon, some bananas to it. That's really simple. And then after that, well, I pretty much snack on fruits all day long. And then I will eventually have a big salad, like really big salad. Probably I could eat the whole thing probably. And then with lots of greens and yeah, nuts and seeds, maybe avocado. And then after I might eat more fruit or a smoothie with fruit. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty simple.
So you don't need to intermittent fast probably, or do you anyway?
It is beneficial for sure, but I don't always stick to it. So I'm not really, you know, if it's a late day and I want to eat something, I'll still eat it.
Because to get all your calories in, you probably have to eat.
Well, I can eat a lot of food at once, so that's fine. No, it's like more emotional eating, honestly, at night or, well, if it's too late. But usually I like to keep it like short. Like I start eating at 11 and then try to stop eating at 6. But sometimes it's also emotional eating mostly. But you know what? If you emotionally eat on a banana or a papaya, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, that's,
It's maybe not
That's what I was
100%
thinking.
optimal,
Yeah.
but you'll be fine. Okay, so let's just put a carrot in here too, maybe. I'm pretty much making this up. I also have some sprouts, some lentil sprouts here.
Is that another sauce you're making?
No, that's like a ground meat, vegetable meat, a ground vegetable meat for this.
For texture.
Yeah, and then cauliflower is really good. Not cauliflower, broccoli. Just add some broccoli, and you can also add some greens or something. And I have some bell pepper dried here. Maybe use this all the dried food always, they concentrate a lot of flavor. And
That's the inside of the bell pepper?
What is the dried food you put in?
a bell pepper, just a yellow bell pepper.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I just tried it. That's how it looks when it's
I
dried.
see.
And I can put a fresh or just this half tomato. I pretty much just
So if you're using nuts, how many nuts?
like a half cup maybe for this. Like walnuts are really good. They only had almonds, so I'm not sure about the almonds really. So I'm just gonna try it without any nuts and seeds. Okay, let's blend this again. The walnuts make it also brown, so this is kind of green still. But I could put maybe a bell pepper in here. This is how I make up recipes actually. It's just like, oh, what could I do? Oh, this sounds good. Let's put it together. Sometimes it goes well. Well, usually it goes well. But sometimes it doesn't go as I expected. This is how I would say it. But you know, if you experiment with raw foods, it's really not you're not changing the chemistry much of the foods. The flavor still stays the same, mostly. So if you keep it very simple, it will always taste good. And if you have high quality foods.
It smells good.
You know what? It's not a ground meat, it's a pesto.
Yeah.
We could actually add an avocado in here too. Wow. I don't know if it's gonna be good.
I'll let you know.
You let me know. Be honest, just put more greens in and make it pesto out of it.
Persimmons would be good in sauces, this time of year. There's a lot of fresh
Persimmons, oh that's right.
Very good.
Oh, I don't have any lemon juice. That's a big mistake.
You want some wedges?
There's some on the salad bar, I think.
I think that this definitely needs some lemon juice, probably. Thank you. And this way you can really hide a lot of vegetables. To make just a pesto, you can hide a lot of greens. And you know, a big salad, like I love eating big salads, but it's not for everyone. You know, especially for gentlemen, they don't want to like eat a big salad like a bunny, usually. So then you just mix it in. You know, you just mix it in. You use the blender just to help you a little bit with your time, and it does smell pretty good actually. Let me try it. Thank you so much. Wow, this is enough. This is more than enough. Thank you. It is actually really interesting. I think I really like it. But lemon juice, even without lemon juice, it's interesting. Let me just use a little bit of lemon juice. Oh, it tastes actually really good. See, I want to make a ground vegetable meat, but it's definitely not a ground vegetable meat. It's a pesto. Okay, we got a pesto. Something new. You know, you can follow a recipe, but I think it's more fun to just invent something new. Like, you just invent so many new things, and every day is different. It's never boring.
Probably mushrooms would help with the texture.
Yeah, you can use mushrooms.
Chopping of mushrooms.
I have a lot of raw vegan friends that eat raw mushrooms. I'm not really a super fan of it, but I will eat it occasionally.
I've heard lately that it's not good to eat raw mushrooms.
Yeah, I heard that too, that they're toxic.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful with the seeds in here. Yeah, so I don't know about mushrooms, but I do eat them. I don't feel ill after them. I just don't like the taste so much. Ooh, someone has fun outside there. They should come in. We have more fun. Oh man, what am I doing? Yeah, be very careful to not get any seeds of the lemon in your food, especially if you blend it, because it will be making everything very bitter. So I probably use like half of a lemon, the juice of half of a lemon. That's pretty much it. I think I really like it. You have more greens maybe? You can add all your greens in there. This, I don't want to use this actually. But don't use anything in the blender that's like really tough fiber. Anything that you can eat like this, you also don't want to blend it. You don't, I mean, some might think that, okay, I can't eat it like this, but I'm blending it, so then I can eat it. It will still be too tough. So anything that's not edible for you, don't blend it. Okay, let's blend this up. our pesto. Where should we put it? This here still. This is kind of big, but whatever. Yeah, this is like a pesto, you know. You can, like, basil would be really good. I mean, the flavor I have in here is mostly parsley. Then the flavor comes also from the broccoli. And I don't know, it has a really good flavor. Oh, it's the bell pepper, the dried bell pepper probably. I think if you concentrate the flavors. Jeez, there's a real party going on outside. It's getting more and more.
Do you want me to shut it?
I don't know. We gotta have some air too, right?
Yeah.
Maybe chase them away or something.
I asked if there's shush a little bit.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, we need the air. We gotta have the window open. Well, they should come in. Okay, so it's always the hardest part to get all of this out of your blender. I have a really very thin spatula. This is actually the best. You have something really skinny, thin. You can take the food out of your blender better. Okay, so, and I didn't even clean up the blender with, after the marinara sauce. I didn't clean up the blender. It's fine if it has a little bit of red. I mean, I've even used some tomatoes in here, so that's totally good. It's a very unusual pesto. It doesn't even have any seeds, any fat or nothing. So today is really, really fat-free. But I don't eat that way usually. I mean, I do eat some fat. So we can make a dessert. We still have time for a dessert. So I have almonds here. I was gonna think of putting almonds in there, but maybe I won't. Now I have to rinse the blender really quick. I got some water here. You can see how easy it is actually to clean up your equipment. Don't need this here. Here. Like with the raw food, or especially also already if you don't eat it, if you don't use any oils and you don't fry anything, the cleanup is just so quick and easy. I don't know why it's not tight. That's weird. Usually it shouldn't leak. Oops. Everyone is still fine in the VIP row?
You did warn us.
Yeah, I did warn you. But I'm careful. I mean, I try my best. Okay, so just put this in here. Okay. I mean, at home you'll have it easier to rinse out your blender. But yeah, I just used basically water, and that's pretty much it. Still have some. It's not gonna bother us probably. Okay, then yeah, we can make just really quick almond milk. You can well, to make like a really nice milk, you would maybe like I soak these almonds overnight just to activate them, to wash away any enzymes that are not good, like to rinse off the nuts and seeds have natural preservatives to keep them for a long time, and they might make issues with your digestion, where they also can trap some nutrients. So I always like to soak them, and then I rinse them, wash them, and drain them, And to make a really white milk or anything, or like sometimes you use it for almond cheese, and you want to have it really white, you can use those soaked almonds now and then peel them. So you see the skin comes off really easy, fairly easy. So if you use this, it will be all nice and white, but we're not going to use it, do this right now because I never really do it. I don't care. But I'm just letting you know if you want to have it really nice, and my mom always peels them, so she wants it really nice. But you don't have to. You can, but you don't have to. And then I have water here. And I'm using a little bit of water, especially if you have a blender that's maybe not that high speed, then you always want to blend the nuts and seeds first with less liquid to make it really, really creamy so the blender can just work better. I already put too much water probably. Dates also, like I forgot the dates. To make it like a sweet kind of milk, add some dates. Dates are always your friend. Like since I know about dates, I just wonder how can I ever? I mean, why did I ever use sugar? I mean, sugar is just so not tasty, and dates are just so sweet, and they're like caramel, and they're tasty. There's no way that you need to use sugar for anything. Well, let's put some more water maybe then, or maybe let's blend it first. Now you actually have an almond cream, like a sweet, nice almond cream. It's just almonds soaked in water, like activated almonds, then dates and water. And you already have like a beautiful cream, no use for dairy, you know. It's like dairy it's creamy, okay, but it always has this aftertaste. Did you notice that in dairy? Always has this aftertaste of a cow.
Yeah.
Like the udder and the poop and everything.
It does.
This is also creamy, and it doesn't have that aftertaste
You
because
could
of
add vanilla
almonds.
to that. You could add vanilla to that. And
Oh yeah, vanilla or yeah, really.
Or almond flavored cheese. Almond extract.
Yes, just put some more. Yeah, chia seeds exactly. I'm gonna use this actually. So you can use this as a cream as it is. I want to make it a milk, more milk. Yeah, we still have some of the tomato sauce, but I don't think you'll notice that.
So you don't have to strain it.
Well,
Drink it like that.
you don't have to, but of course it depends what you want. If you want a really, really perfect milk, you know, that doesn't have anything in there, then you'll strain it or you use a cheesecloth or something. But honestly, you don't really, I think you would.
I would not.
You would not?
I don't think
Yeah, I think it settles a little bit on the bottom. And I have a jar here, so this is, like, I think it's good. Although I didn't even peel the almonds or nothing. It still has the bits of the almond. So you definitely can make it more perfect, but honestly, you don't have to. It's like there's no
How
reason.
long does that keep in the refrigerator?
I would say 3 days. Always fresh is always good, and this doesn't. I mean, it's not cooked, it's not pasteurized. I think if you keep it longer, it might ferment even to a yogurt. I mean, but it depends. It really depends if it's going good or not. But I would say 3 days probably is safe. And then I got a papaya, so don't be scared of buying whole foods. We still have 5 minutes. Don't be afraid of buying whole foods like papaya. You don't have to buy the ready prepared cut stuff. It's really, really simple to just get a whole food. And you also can let it ripen better. You have like a better quality. You just buy the papaya. It's a little bit hard. This papaya, it's a little bit softer to it. It's also yellow, so that's what you were looking for, a little bit softness, you know. You can keep this papaya a little longer. And then you just cut it open. You remove the seed, but this doesn't have seeds.
Wow. Wow, I've never seen one of these.
I did see that a couple of times.
Oh, wow.
They do get the papaya from Mexico, and they don't have GMO, so they should be good.
That's so weird.
Sometimes it happens. Yeah, sometimes it happens.
You eat the seeds of papaya?
Sometimes, yeah.
Genetically modified, there is no seeds inside.
Yeah, I was just saying that they always get papaya from Mexico, and Mexico doesn't have GMO. So I'm confident this is not GMO. But it happens sometimes. Usually I open this papaya and it has a seed. This has like a tiny little, like 2 seeds in it. Or maybe 3. It can happen. Yeah. Sometimes, like hybrids also have sometimes no seeds. Hybrids are not GMO, and they technically could have been naturally created. It's just that the humans are just making sure that they get exactly that type, but not with like with the GMO. GMO is really, they take the genes and they put some other genes, like from bacteria or something from another kingdom, like that plant, and then they really force it into the genes, like in the lab. That's GMO. A hybrid is not like that. So a hybrid technically could also have been developed naturally.
So watermelon seeds, is that GMO or is it hybrid?
Probably hybrid. Most vegetables that we're eating that we get from the store are mostly hybrids. Yeah, because they want to select the best tasting foods. I don't really think it's so bad.
You only eat organic?
It depends. So what I get organic is definitely any kind of greens, tomatoes, but not always certified either. So I like to get to the farmer's market, and then if they tell me, okay, this is all like from a small farm, it's not certified, that's okay for me too. Oh, wait a second, I forgot the chia actually. I wanted to make like a chia pudding, and I have some chia here, and it's really simple. You can blend it in with your blender, or you can just add a few spoons to your milk, like maybe just 2, and that's already it. And you mix it. And then it takes a while to thicken up. It takes about maybe 10 minutes, or I don't have that much time. Maybe just a few minutes and it's already good. Yeah, it's very creamy, and the chia will make it thick now. And then I was thinking we can add some papaya pieces in here. You can also make a papaya mousse and put it on top or in between the pudding. But you can also just keep it very simple. Just put a few papaya pieces in here. Oh, that's still a carrot. Okay, so then just put it in here. And you got your dessert, very quick. Very few ingredients. You don't need a milk maker or anything. Of course, the milk maker, if you have like a nut milk maker, it makes it so perfect. But I don't really like it to be so perfect. Honestly, sometimes I prefer to see the whole food still in there. up to you. And it takes so much more time. This was just really quick. Then if you let it sit for a while, it will become more a pudding. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So we made the noodles, different kinds of noodles, cucumber, zucchini, and carrot, and in 2 different ways, using the spiralizer, making like spaghetti-like, or the thick noodles, linguine? No, not linguine or spaghetti, right? The fettuccine. And then a very simple marinara sauce, just the tomatoes, dried tomatoes, dates, 1 date actually only, and then thyme. Basil will do really good in here too. And then we got this experiment, this accident, which turns out to be a pesto. Here I just used broccoli, a few kale, like baby kale leaves. You can use any kind of greens. A lot of parsley. What else did I use? Dried bell pepper I used. And a lot of other things. Everything that was on the table still. Okay, you know what? I'm going to, since there's so many people fasting here, of course I gotta try it for you. Because I have to let you know how everything is. So I'll get some of the noodles. And then also for the people who are eating, you are also free to get a plate, but I gotta taste test it for you first to see if it's good. Some of these noodles, I already know they are. Oh, it's also always good to just cut them a little bit because they get really long from the spiralizer. Okay, then I got some of this sauce. Hey, you can't wait, huh? Yeah, let me try it for you. I'm just gonna mix it a little bit together. It's like pesto and marinara sauce in one. The marinara sauce is pretty simple. It probably needs some more herbs, but the pesto would be good with some basil as well. Well, it's definitely healthy. You let me know how you like it. And you can definitely also enhance it a little bit more with more herbs, and it's just like an idea that you can make. It's already taken some. Okay, thank you so much.
Are you just using like almost like a dollop of the pesto on top of the sauce? Not like you're mixing it all together.
I kind of mix it together. Maybe you should try it separately. Yeah, you should definitely try it separately. And yeah, well, that's about it for today. If you leave me your email, I can send you a free easy raw vegan lifestyle guide. So make it really, really simple, like the raw vegan lifestyle. I love to make it really simple, and you decide how you want to create your food. It's just like basic food preparations, but you choose the flavors, and it's really like you have to be your own chef.
It'd probably be good to do it 1 or 2 days a week. That would be an easy way to improve health. If you don't want to go cook.
Oh yes,
fully
totally,
raw,
totally,
just
yeah.
like do a raw day or.
Oh,
raw
absolutely,
days.
yeah. You can do that.
Easily doable.
Absolutely, yeah.
That would be
Do you have a website or you have a channel on YouTube?
Yes, I will send you everything if you leave me your email. I'll send you the information. Also, if you scan the little code on there. No, that's not it. This is it. Then you will find also some more information. But yeah, so thank you so much for being here, and
Thank you.
Thank you.
it was great with you. I really excited.
Because the machine that you blender, very powerful blender. I can see this.
Oh, the blender.
That's also interesting. And the machine. How do you call that?
Spiralizer, yeah.
Spiralizer.
Vegetable spiralizer.
So you have to press it by hand, press it. Interesting. And what's the name of that blender?
That's a Vitamix.
This is
Yeah, a Vitamix.
Vitamix. Where do you buy a Tesla? That's a huge machine. It's probably like
Yeah, this is one of the most powerful high-speed blenders you have. Yeah.
you know, there is no insignias, no marks, you know, company's links, all right there. Do you mind if I take a picture?
Huh?
Is it okay if I take a picture?
Oh yeah, you can take pictures. So.
What's the easiest way to just have a taste of that?
Oh,
Yeah, you can. Should I get another spoon?
no, you can do this. Okay.
Like a day or 2 a week.
You have a plate? Oh, I got a plate here. Actually. Oh, this is how you're gonna use it. Then I need another spoon.
That's all I wanted. I'll give you another spoon.
Somebody forget that phone?
I guess she was hungry. Oh, I didn't even try that. I gotta try that too.
I thought that's what you. It's really good. Here you go.
You like it?
Oh,
A lot. Let me try this.
Take a picture of this.
Oh, pretty good.
Very good. Like 3 days.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yes, Vitamix, definitely find it on Amazon or on their website. It's very famous.
When you look at the almond meal, I said, you know, the dates and water and almonds. What's proportion, what's the ratio?
Well, I had a half cup of almonds, then I put 4 dates in it, maybe 3 or 4 dates, and then water, and then you decide really the consistency of it, like maybe 2 cups of water.
Dates
And
or
3 cups.
sweet?
Yeah, and if you want it sweeter, you add more dates. You know, you decide.
You're not supposed to then hand
No, well, you have your own honeys, but honey is kind of only sugar without the fiber. So, I mean, it's still better
So
than
honey
sugar.
is not good for you.
Not too much, just a little bit maybe, but not too much. Like something like this, you want to put a lot of sweet. And the dates, you can eat as much dates you want.
Unfortunately, I cannot try it because I'm.
Oh, you can smell it, maybe. I don't know, but
My wife says whenever she eats grains, she sneezes.
yeah. Is it cooked grains or is it raw grains? Yeah. Well, it's like it also depends how the grains are stored. So if I sprout my grains like these berries and they all sprout, I know that they are completely healthy and fresh. But if the grains are stored like for longer, kind of get moldy sometimes, especially corn. Corn always has some kind of mold in there, like corn flour. You notice that corn always has some kind of toxin.
She thinks it's the mold.
It could be the mold, but it also is the processing, you know, the heat processing of the food. Like the cooked starches, in my opinion, are the worst. Yeah, you can try sprouting the grains like stuck wheat, wheat berries. I like the wheat berries actually. It's easy.
I know. I thought of it.
So how do you like it, guys? Oh, he's hiding.
Well,
He's hiding.
they're not really hiding.
I think it's great. I like the blend, you know.
Can I get your Bibles?
Can I get your Bibles? Yeah, I like the tomato one.
Did I hear the tomato sauce? You like it? You like the tomato sauce?
Oh yeah, I like them both, and the tomato sauce is
It's not
really.
my best version of it. If you whip it up a little bit more with more herbs and basil.
What I like about your style is you cook the same way I do. I call my style chop and pile. Like I just look at what I have and whatever's calling me, and I chop it up on top of greens and throw it all on the ski.
Even if you don't like that taste, you can make it better at home because then it's just like an idea, and then you use the methods and
Yeah, I really like that you're just like, oh, maybe I'll use this. Okay. Now, why did you bring the peas? What were you gonna do?
oh, I was gonna put this in a ground meat, but it didn't turn out.
Okay,
I did not mean I think it needs to be maybe in a food processor, and then with walnuts.
Exactly, have to be a doctor.
That's good, huh? No, I'm good. I actually have more of the almond. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
It amazes me what you can do, but it's like you start with such gorgeous food to begin with. I'm from Boston.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
It's like roasted greens. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I lived in Boston for 6 years.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
And I was abroad for 3 years in Boston. And it wasn't actually that hard because
Well,
you
there is a
find
farmer's
mangoes.
market there now, but like by myself, I find it hard because I waste so much of my food. I waste it. Oh, but this is so gorgeous. Oh my goodness, I love it. And I never would have put things in a blender like this. This is all new to me. I think I'm in a pivotal stage of my life where I'm going where you went 8 years ago.
Good. Yeah, the blender is pretty much
Oh my
like my
God.
stove. Kind of like my stove.
Is this your personal food? Did you bring this food?
I would honestly.
That blew my mind. Because I lived in Thailand for 3 years and had papayas and planted all the seeds, you know, and I totally expected all seeds. I said, what you doing?
Yeah, they said it was the papaya was
Amazing. You know how to, what to blend.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed with it.
Well, I'm glad you like it. It's not my best creation, I would say.
Well, I have to see it done before I can try it, before I can really believe it.
I have very few ingredients.
That's the best thing. What do you think?
This was very good.
It's amazing. The thyme. I love herbs.
Tried everything. I squeezed this on top.
Oh, good. You like that? All right,
It does. It has a lot of flavor.
Usually my food tastes even better than that.
Do you have a cookbook?
I do actually, like an ebook.
Oh, well, I just signed up. I Instagrammed the thing, and I'll have to look it up.
And I'm creating a lot of stuff right now too.
So, is that farm you went to? Is that history? Are you at that farm anymore? Was that a period in life that you worked or learned or studied and then left? Or do you still go to the farm that you
No,
talked
that
about?
was in Massachusetts actually.
Oh.
Close to Boston.
Oh my gosh.
It's in Orange, Ethel.
Wow.
Yeah. That was years ago. Then I went to California to TrueNorth. I was also working as a clinical researcher.
I would love to do that. I would think.
And now I'm just doing the food right now.
Yeah. Pure fun. Looks like. Yum. Oh.
Yeah, that's enough. I still have this almond milk. I make too much.
I just whipped it all together. It's amazing. So fresh.
A little bit too much of almond milk. You can also use this like a cereal, get some fruit pieces from the...
Well, I know like that. I've never had that before, so I was curious, and I like it. And that's what
Seedless papaya.
I'm not sure if it's really a seedless because if I open another one, I'm sure they have
when you cut it off, it was all
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just an extra.
Good, I never seen it, but that's interesting, very interesting.
I've seen it a couple of times.
Oh, I have two.
Oh.
Do you do anything here other than this to work here?
No, not anymore. I'm
I
just.
didn't know there was a canine in town.
What did you used to do here?
I was a clinical researcher for the foundation.
Oh, what does DR not mean?
Well, that's actually my it's like a PhD, but I lived in Germany, so I did my PhD in Germany. It's actually the German PhD.
Where do you live?
It basically means like a doctor of natural sciences.
Okay. Where do you live?
I live pretty close by. So here in Montecito Avenue.
I'm a later person. I don't get hungry till midday.
This is high calorie.
I know, I wish I.
Are you fasting?
Yeah.
Chef AJ?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what I would want.
I'm doing water too much. I've been doing water and then juice. I can't make it more than 2 days.
Oh yeah. How long do you?
I have no idea. I want to stop already.
Can you taste it when you smell it like that? Because you want like a wine sniffer with through the line. You know? It's like she's sampling it.
So how long do you dehydrate tomatoes?
Those were just overnight, but if you
It
want to
does,
store them,
and
you want to
it's
make sure that
very
they're
tasty.
like
24 hours or 12 hours?
12 hours.
Those are 12 hours, but if you want to use them, yeah, for storage definitely do more, so until they really do like this.
I mean, literally used it.
Oh yeah, for this, for something like that is perfect. You don't even have to be fancy.
And you use the greens of
Did you ever find your book?
Yeah,
It's got to turn up. I mean,
Yes, I'm gonna do this.
here you guys. Anyone?
unless it's in the bookshelf.
Oh, just fresh tomatoes, dried tomatoes, bell pepper, one and then thyme. But yeah, you can have it. You can also have one of this one, but it has high calories in the same. Oh, I don't care. Me either. You want more papaya pieces?
Almond milk with 1 date. I take 1 date.
It has only one daily.
Yeah, no, I made that trouble when you.
Okay, everyone, who wants more food before I pack it?
What can I do to help you?
You want to eat more? You can eat more.
I'll make a, so gorgeous, I'll make a plate that I'll put in my room or
If you
something.
want to.
Okay.
Just saying, I got it.
I can make it in the apocalypse. I don't need to worry about